Hello children. Last video we have seen about the chemical properties of metals. This video we can see about chemical properties of metal oxide. So metal oxide chemical properties. Metal oxides are basic in nature. So metal oxides are basic in nature, and the aqueous solution of metal oxides, it can turns red litmus to blue color. Okay, so as they are basic in nature, the aqueous solution means the metal oxide mixed with water is called as aqueous solution of metal oxide. Yes, so when we are dipping red litmus paper in the aqueous solution of metal oxide, it turns to blue as they are basic in nature. Okay, we know that if the substance is acid means blue litmus will change into red, but if it is basic in nature means red litmus paper will change to blue, isn't it? So here aqueous solution of metal oxides turns red litmus paper to blue. Now let us see the chemical properties of metal oxide. First, reaction of metal oxides with water. Most of the metal oxides are insoluble in water. Insoluble means they will not dissolve in water. So most of the metal oxides are insoluble in water. But alkali metal oxides, example lithium, sodium, potassium. So these alkali metal oxides are soluble in water. And alkali metal oxides give strong base when dissolved in water. So when alkali metal oxide dissolved in water, they will give strong base. Let us see examples. Here you can see the reaction of sodium oxide with water. Okay, so sodium oxide react with water and gives sodium hydroxide. So we know that sodium hydroxide is a strong base. Yes. So as I have already told, metal oxide which is soluble in water can react with water and form a strong bases. Here sodium oxide gives sodium hydroxide when react with water. Here is the chemical reaction which take place during the reaction of sodium oxide with water. That is Na2O plus H2O gives NaOH. Now, a reaction of potassium oxide with water. So potassium oxide when react with water, it gives potassium hydroxide. Here is the reaction K2O, that is potassium oxide, react with H2O water gives potassium hydroxide, that is KOH. Now reaction of zinc oxide and aluminum oxide. So aluminum oxide, zinc oxide are insoluble in water. Okay, but aluminum oxide and zinc oxide, they have amphoteric in nature. Amphoteric means they have both acidic and basic nature. Okay children, so aluminum oxide and zinc oxide, basically they will not dissolve in water, but they have amphoteric property. So amphoteric substance shows both acidic and basic characters. So this aluminum oxide and zinc oxide, as they are having amphoteric nature, they will react with base like acid and react with an acid like a base. Okay, as they are having amphoteric in nature, here aluminum oxide and zinc oxide react with base like acid and acid like a base. When zinc oxide react with the sodium hydroxide, it behaves like an acid. Okay, so when zinc oxide react with the base sodium hydroxide, it behaves like an acid, and in this reaction sodium zincate and water are formed. Okay, so we know zinc oxide is having the amphoteric nature, so it can behave as a acid and base. So I told that with a base it will behave like an acid. So here sodium hydroxide is a base, so that zinc oxide will behave like an acid and it will form sodium zincate and water. Here is the reaction. Zinc oxide react with sodium hydroxide NaOH and form sodium zincate Na2ZnO2 plus water. So in a similar way, aluminium oxide behaves like a base when it react with acid, and behaves like acid when react with a base, because they are having a amphoteric property. Yes, so aluminium oxide gives sodium aluminate with water when they are reacting with the sodium hydroxide. So when aluminium oxide react with water, it will form sodium aluminate when it is reacting with the sodium hydroxide. Okay, so aluminium oxide will give sodium aluminate along with water when it react with sodium hydroxide. So here is the reaction. Al2O3 plus NaOH gives NaAlO2 plus H2O. NaAlO2 means sodium aluminate. So aluminium oxide will react with hydrochloric acid. So first we have seen the reaction with base. Here you can see the reaction with the acid. Okay, so aluminium oxide is an amphoteric substance. It can react with hydrochloric acid and forms aluminium chloride along with water. So here is the reaction. Al2O3 plus HCl gives aluminium chloride AlCl3 plus H2O. Now reactivity series of metal. So reactivity series means some metals can react with other elements very much. That means they are highly reactive, and some metals they are less reactive. Okay, so based on the reactivity of the metal, we have arranged the metals in a order that is called reactivity series. Okay, so series means order. Okay, so order of intensity or reactivity of metal. So based on the reactivity of metal, whether it is high reactive or less reactive or moderate reactive, based on that we have ordered the metals. So that is called reactivity series. Okay, so reactivity series we will see now. So reactivity series means order of intensity or reactivity of metals is known as reactivity series. So reactivity of elements will decreases on moving from top to bottom. So top elements will be highly reactive, so that reactivity will be decreases when it is moving from top to bottom. In the reactivity series, copper, gold and silver are at the bottom. Because they are less reactive, so they will occupy a place at the bottom in the reactivity series. Okay, so copper, gold, silver are less reactive, so they will be at the bottom in the reactivity series, and they are known as noble metals. They are known as noble metals. And potassium is at the top of the series, hence they are more reactive. As the potassium is more reactive metal, it will occupy the place at the top. Okay, and reactivity of some metals are given in ascending order. Here you can see potassium, it is highly reactive, so it occupies the top place. Then sodium, calcium, magnesium, aluminium, zinc, iron, lead, copper. Then after copper, gold, silver, etc. Okay, so the highly reactive metal will occupy the top, and the less reactive metal will come at the bottom of the reactivity series. I hope that you all understand about the chemical properties of metal oxide and reactivity series of metals. So next part of this chapter we will continue in the next video. Thank you children.